Hello people in the chat, if there is any, and I'm not all by myself. FFG is going live in 4 minutes, at least I hope. I'm really not sure what they are going to show. Maybe Legion, maybe X-Wing, maybe Armada, maybe Keyforge, maybe something completely different. Let's just hope they're not late and the pre-flight doesn't take too long. It's 2 AM here at my place, and to be honest, I'm getting a bit tired. I want to go to bed. But at the same time, I'm very curious on what they will show us. So we're waiting for another 3.5 minutes for them to show us what they've got. Hey Tavi, I'm under the impression we are the only two ones currently around this place. Let's just hope it doesn't get too boring. Seeing the watching counter at FFG rising like nuts, I think people are starting to join in. Wow, wasn't meant to say you would be boring, but FFG had their ups and downs when doing streams in the past. There were some events that were quite boring before the virus and all. Though to be fair, I would have thought that a little bit more than 2,700 people would join in on that stream of theirs, but maybe it's a bad time for the rest of the world. It's bloody late or early, however you want to look at it. So I just hope they get their sound fixed. I've unmuted them. Firefox is not muted. Let's hope they don't forget to turn on their microphones and lay back and watch it a bit. Oh, I saw some X-Wing. Fallout, nice. No promises. Legion or X-Wing. Oh, destroy all humans. Or XCOM. Armada. Legion. Crew. Lord of the Rings. Armada. This definitely looks interesting. Oh, maybe I should take some notes.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 2020 Fantasy Flight Games In-Flight Report. I'm Chris Gerber, the head of Fantasy Flight Games Studio, and as you know, Gen Con is online this year, which means we can't gather in person and have our traditional event, but as you can clearly see, we are also staying very safe in our studio here in Minnesota. We're all going to be wearing masks during this entire presentation. Obviously, this is not really the way that I would have preferred to introduce myself to all of you, but like a good legacy game, the lower half of my face is just going to need to remain sealed until we can unlock it by defeating this virus. So, and despite the fact that we can't see your faces and you can't see ours, we are beyond excited to broadcast our newest and biggest announcements and show off what we've been working on. So, thank you all for coming and for your love and commitment to this hobby that we all share, which is, of course, tabletop gaming.
One piece of Star Wars anywhere on the shelves.
Here at Fantasy Flight Games, we are always striving to innovate and push our games to the next level in art, in mechanics, in player experience. Tonight, we're going to see announcements of some brand new games, some new editions of older games, and expansions for existing games.
Is it just me, or is
we're going to be covering just an overview here tonight, and we won't be taking questions during the show, but we will be presenting a full suite of deep dive live streams starting tomorrow and running through Sunday that are going to give you plenty of chances to get your questions answered.
Don't remind me.
So, without further ado, let's get started. And we're going to start by taking a look at what's coming up for our minis game titles. And to do that, I'm going to actually pass this over to John Schaefer, the head of the Fantasy Flight Miniatures game team.
Yeah, definitely the sound is out of sync.
Thanks, Chris. Hi, I'm John, and I oversee the talented team that brings you all such great games as Star Wars X-Wing, Legion, and Armada. My part of the in-flight report will cover the miniatures releases that we have scheduled throughout the rest of the year, and we'll even dip our toes a little bit into 2021. I'm honored to show off some of the great upcoming products the team has been working so hard on, and I can see no real reason to not get started right away. Let's begin with a little game you may have heard of called Star Wars X-Wing. So we've recently updated the points and the hyperspace game mode restrictions for the summer, and no doubt many of you are busy plotting out your next squadron lists and evaluating the pool of hyperspace options. We've also been collecting your feedback on the solo play alpha rules we posted on our website, and we'll have an update to all that content soon.
That's good.
Though the circumstances we find ourselves in have caused some delays, we are filling the fall of this year with a rapid succession of X-Wing product releases spread across multiple factions. So we've already announced the first part of Wave 7 with the Z-Class shuttle, the Lat-I gunship, and the HMP gunship releases. And these ships will be available in September, and expect preview articles on our website for these ships in the coming months. We ran out the rest of the wave with 2 additional releases. First up, the TIE RB Heavy adds new firepower and exciting TIE-specific upgrade cards to the Imperial faction. As seen in Solo, this ship adds punch to your Imperial list with a flexible front and rear-facing cannon, a durable chassis, and exciting new pilots and upgrades. Note that this ship is on a medium base, and that the main cannon is a movable part that rotates from the front to the rear of the ship. I think I'll take 2 of those. Next up, we've got the Heralds of Hope expansion, which brings the intense action of the Rise of Skywalker to the tabletop. Updated with new versions of favorite pilots and new paint schemes for the T-70 X-Wing and RZ-2 A-Wing, these put the most skilled pilots of the Resistance at your disposal. I'm hard-pressed to choose a favorite amongst these new paint schemes, but I think that A-Wing paint job is kind of hard to beat.
Do I need more X-Wings?
So these two new products will be available in October.
Yes.
The next wave of releases takes us even deeper into the Clone Wars with 4 new ships, a pair each for the Separatist Alliance and the Galactic Republic. First up for the Separatist Alliance is the nimble and deadly droid Tri-Fighter. This potent Starfighter uses its maneuverability in a special configuration to outflank the enemy with superior speed and strike at their weakest points. The traditional gray and blue Separatist scheme will make the ship look right at home along your Hyena bombers and Vulture droids. Next up, we've got Jango Fett's Slave One, which introduces the first medium-based ship to the faction and offers a versatile and durable option to the Separatist Alliance.
Paint scheme.
Though this is a Separatist ship, the addition of this renowned bounty hunter adds new illicit upgrades and crew options for both the Separatist and the Scum and Villainy factions. I'm a huge fan of the fire spray, so I'm really looking forward to this one. Next up, on the Republic side, we've got the Nimbus-class V-Wing, which is a precursor to the ubiquitous TIE LN fighter. The V-Wing can equip many of the new TIE-specific upgrade cards introduced in this wave. This ship offers an agile new option for Republic squadrons. Following that, we've got the Eta II Actis expansion, which introduces all new Jedi options to the Galactic Republic. The detachable hyperspace ring is an upgrade usable by and compatible with the miniatures of a number of Republic ships. This includes the Delta 7 Aether Spray, the Nimbus-class V-Wing, in addition to the Eta II Actis. So these 4 new ships will add intriguing new tactical options and beautiful new miniatures to the Clone Wars factions, and they will be available in November. If you want to learn more about these releases and engage in some talk about the new hyperspace format with the development team, be sure to tune into our X-Wing product live stream tomorrow at 3 p.m. Central. So that sums up the X-Wing releases we have planned for the rest of the year, but expect a number of exciting new announcements on the horizon for products to be released in the Q1 of 2021. We can't wait to see what kinds of squadrons will be built around these iconic ships and the new upgrades that they include. So let's transition from the stars to the surface and talk a little bit more about Star Wars Legion.
Ooh, now it's getting interesting.
We've been very happy with the public reception of the Clone Wars factions, and we're very excited about this new era for the game, and also to round out these new factions with exciting new units. We've just released Cad Bane and Padme Amidala, and have a number of amazing releases like ARC Troopers, Inferno Squad, BX Droids, and Clan Ren releasing soon. To add even more thematic and tactical options to your Clone Wars forces, we are rounding out the year with the release of 2 potent Force-wielding characters. First up, the renowned hero of the Clone Wars, Anakin Skywalker, is an iconic character to lead your Republic forces into battle. This potent commander gains new force powers the longer that he fights, but Anakin should beware lest his thirst for power become his downfall.
Does he come with dead
Anakin
kids?
can be assembled in one of 2 striking poses, and the product comes with 2 different head options. I really like the late war Revenge of the Sith depiction of the miniature, and the pose with the 2-handed grip on the lightsaber, it's pretty awesome. So with such an amazing addition to the Republic, we certainly had to bring something suitably impressive for the Separatists.
Dooku?
Fueled by his hatred, Darth Maul enters combat with his iconic double-bladed lightsaber, providing a formidable operative for the Separatist Alliance. Already a deadly combatant, his Sith probe droids seek out new targets to give him even more of an advantage on the tabletop.
Flying tennis balls.
Maul comes with 3 menacing pose options, 2 different head options, and 3 probe droid miniatures. I particularly like that the iconic markings on his face are kind of lightly etched into the surface to make painting them a little bit easier to achieve.
The grinning face.
So, I mean, just look at that miniature. I love how the sculpting team are pushing themselves and really leveraging the benefits of the new plastic supplied on frames. It seems like the quality and options available continue to improve with each new release.
Dude, they are
So these 2 mighty characters will be storming across the battlefield near you in November of this year.
Theoretically.
But what of inexpensive commanders and other specialist options for your Clone Wars factions, you might ask? Well, we're glad to announce personnel expansions for these factions that offer a bounty of new options to customize your Republic or Separatist forces. The Separatist Specialist Personnel expansion upgrades your armies with even more specialized droids that fill the personnel slot, including a recon, medical, and worker droid. The T-Series Tactical droid can be fielded as a unit upgrade or as a standalone commander. In addition, 3 new faction-exclusive command cards invite players to explore new strategies in the command phase.
Do you see the Roger
The expansion comes with 4 unique droids that add tactical options and visual diversity to your Separatist core units. The EV Series Medical droid can keep your commanders and operatives healed up. The PK Worker droid can repair your droids and vehicles. And the Viper Recon droid provides useful observation tokens to your units. Finally, the T-Series Tactical droid adds a much-needed inexpensive commander option to the Separatists and opens up list building to bring greater numbers to bear than ever before.
So, clones
The Republic
for the
Specialist
Republic?
Personnel expansion diversifies your squads of clone troopers with additional troops that also fill that personnel slot, including those that improve communications, ones that heal your troops, and repair friendly vehicles on the fly. Meanwhile, a generic commander and 3 faction-exclusive command cards offer even more strategic options. This expansion comes with 4 unique clone personnel upgrades to add new character and tactical focus to your Rebel Corps units. It includes a clone engineer, medic, and a comms technician. In addition, the clone commander has multiple build options and can serve as an inexpensive choice for leadership in your clone army. I absolutely love that variant that has the little hologram projection in his hand. It's so cool. Anyway, get ready for the options and customizability that these personnel expansions will offer in January of 2021. Now that is just a taste of what we have coming up for Star Wars Legion, and we can't wait to show you more of what's coming in 2021 later this year. Be sure to check out our Legion live stream on the Gen Con website this Saturday at 4 p.m. Central for more insight into these new products. Note that Legion live stream will be hosted on the Gen Con Online main stage Twitch channel and not on our normal FFG channel. So we'll make sure to back up the stream on YouTube as normal, just in case that you miss it. So let's continue to celebrate all things Clone Wars with something I know many of you have been waiting for.
What now? Armada Clone Wars? Armada Clone Wars. Oh yeah, more money holes.
There it is, the start of a whole new era for Armada. Let's dig a little bit into those releases. The Galactic Republic Fleet Starter lays the foundations for your Republic fleets with 1 Acclimator class and 2 Consular class capital ships, alongside 4 V-19 Torrent squadrons. In addition to bringing iconic Jedi and clones into the game, this pack also contains all the essential components needed to play, making it the perfect entry point for new players. This is a new direction for Armada that provides a faction-specific and affordable entry point for the game. Another thing of note is that we've redesigned the ship cards for Clone Wars for the Clone Wars factions, putting game-relevant info on one side of the card and all of the fleet building rules on the other side. This allows us to better show off the great new art for these ships, and also it standardizes the card size for easier storage. The Republic Fighter Squadron expansion puts an array of iconic Republic starfighters at your fingertips, including squadrons of Delta 7 Aether Sprites, Arc 170s, and BTLB Y-Wings.
Why are they not
Legendary
painted?
Jedi Knights and elite clone troopers add their skills to the 8 additional squadrons that you'll find here. Much like the Republic Fleet Starter, this pack also provides the building blocks for your Separatist fleets and contains a Munificent class and 2 Hard Cell class capital ships, supported by 4 squadrons of Vulture droids. In addition to introducing iconic Separatist ships and characters into Armada, it also provides an essential all the essential components that new players need to get started with the game, like objective cards, a maneuver tool, and dice. The Separatist Fighter Squadron expansion adds a variety of deadly droid starfighter squadrons to your Separatist fleets, including the Hyena-class droid bomber, Belbelab 22 starfighter, and droid trifighter. These 8 squadrons can be deployed as standard models, or they can be upgraded for more firepower and have special abilities. The Dials pack makes expanding fleets easy with additional command and speed dials, as well as copies of essential tokens.
Oh, I bet
the fleet
those
starters
are
come supplied with 10 dials, and this pack will allow you to increase your command over additional ships as your collection expands.
$14.
Finally, the upgrade card collection brings together all of the previously released upgrades in a new standard-sized card format for the benefit of new players looking to build the best fleets right away, or for veteran players that just want to round out their collections. You can expect these products to be released in December of this year, with more exciting announcements in the coming months for future Clone Wars products that will release in Q1 of 2021.
Dial pack 13.
Be sure to catch our live stream this Friday at 9 a.m. Central Time, where we will delve more into what the Clone Wars will bring to Armada.
100
well, that's my time.
Wow.
From brand new factions for Star Wars Armada to some of the Clone Wars heroes and villains that are the most celebrated. There's so much to be excited about for our Star Wars miniatures games. We have a lot more to announce and to show off. So for the rest of the show, I'm going to turn it back over to Chris Gerber. Thanks, everyone.
Reason said he still has one on shelf in his closing sale.
Thanks, John. Those are really, truly exciting and awesome. And I know that my son and I personally can't wait for the Armada Clone Wars fleet starters. But now I would like to talk about what is in store for our board games and our card games. So first, let's turn to a game that is undeniably near and dear to our hearts, Keyforge. Keyforge, as many of you know, is a game unlike any other in existence. With Keyforge, each and every deck is unique. No 2 decks in the world are the same. And all you need to be able to jump in and play is one single deck.
We have buffering issues. Oh no. Technical difficulties. Yeah, Tuffy, I get why you would want to stick to one company sucking all your money dry. Well, that's fun. Let's wait. How long will it take them to realize what they've just done? Well, that went better than expected now, did it? Well, hit F5. Why has he jumped to Dr. Faust? I don't know. Oh, I love this. I hit F5 and he jumps to a different stream. Yeah, I think... Are we back? I think we're back. Oh, great. I'm not cutting this stays. Yeah, but it's so much more expensive than the than X-Wing itself. It baffles my mind. And I don't know why.
And that's the end of our show. I hope you enjoyed everything that we... Just kidding. So, obviously, we just crashed somewhere in the vicinity of Keyforge. So I'm going to start over at the Keyforge section, and I will bring us back up to speed. So, apologies, and let's continue. So, Keyforge, as you may have heard me say, is a game unlike any other in existence. With Keyforge, each and every deck is unique and no...
Oh, bugger. Have you tried turning it on and off again? Oh, God. And now imagine this happening to any other company. Oh, this is lovely. So, I'm taking bets. Will they manage to pick up the pace? I guess not. I think this will be a permanent error. Oh, great. This is lovely. Let's see, if I have hit F5 again, will I be thrown back to... No. And the chat goes wild. Keyforge breaks everything. Well, ain't that fun? Let's try this again. Have you tried turning it on and off again? Great. Oh, this is just awesome. This is going to be a terrible video. Oh God, will they recover? Let's find out. Well, let's just hope the other streams they are going to put on when it's on Gen Con channel will be a little bit better. Oh, if you just could see the chat, they are going insane over there. I don't think they are going to let this thing start again. Will they? Nope. I'll just let it run for a while. So, Tuffy, your painting scheme of your Primaris, is that any special chapter you've chosen, or simply a paint scheme you liked? Blood Angels, I thought the red was a bit darker, or is that just in the pictures? Or is that still work in progress and will get more bloody? stream is on the boat, says FFG. Oh God. Okay. Because currently I'm replaying Dawn of War 2, and that's with the Blood Angels also, and those definitely look a bit more dark red. Ah, FFG kaput. If stream is damaged, please return it to the original vendor for full replacement. Oh, people are really taking the piss out of FFG right now. Oh, this is great. To be honest, do we really want to see this through? I'll give him 10 more minutes. By then my coffee is done. Oh, this is just nice. David, did you happen to know the ominous 40k app Limburger was shouting about? Is that necessary for playing 40k, or is that an optional feature? Just between you and me, I'm tempted to start playing 40k just to annoy people with a pink painted Space Marine army. But I don't know if that is a good use of my time. Let's see. No, that's the wrong text. You bloody life, bloody. I have a bad feeling about this. Oh, I usually don't want to use apps while gaming. That's always a big annoyance. Plus it drains battery. So their stream is running again, but they're not showing anything, so maybe they're stress testing their oh yes?
Are we good? We're back!
Again.
Hello.
For the third
Welcome
time.
to the 2021 in-flight report. No, just kidding. Apologies. We have hopefully addressed the technical issue that we have been struggling with, and we are ready to continue. So, the Keyforge, our most recent set, the Mass Mutation set, features some really amazing additions. The Vault of Dark Amber is opened, and mutations it causes are running rampant on the Crucible. For the first time, there are gigantic creatures, massive mutants that are too big to be contained on a single card and stretch across 2 cards in your deck. There are also mutated versions of existing creatures, including fan favorites like Bad Penny. Finally, added enhancement icons are introduced by cards in this set, automatically granting other cards a unique twist that further makes your deck stand out as one of a kind and may just give you the edge you need. Mass Mutation, as you can see here, is available at your local retailer now. But I know that you want to know what the future holds. And so today, we are proud to announce the 5th set of Archon decks for Keyforge, Dark Tidings. Like all previous sets, Dark Tidings introduces billions upon billions more potential decks into the game, with a refreshed card pool that includes over 250 new cards. With Dark Tidings, then, comes the introduction of a new house, the Unfathomable. This house focuses on controlling the board through exhaustion and placing penalties on your opponent for taking certain actions, making them very taxing for your opponent. They're going to be replacing House Dis, and with that faction, and of course their strong control elements rotating out, it has been an important design focus for the Unfathomable house to echo that control, but of course with a distinct new flavor and feel. Another feature coming with this set is a high and low tide mechanic, giving players mastery over the Crucible's various bodies of water. A new tide token will be included in each Dark Tidings deck as a 38th card, and will have a high tide end and a low tide end. Every deck, including non-Dark Tidings decks, is going to be able to shift this card between that high and low tide for them. The vast majority of cards that reference tide are going to benefit you only when the tide is high, encouraging players to engage in a dynamic back and forth struggle to keep the tide on their side. And while every single house is going to be able to take advantage of the shifting tides that rock the Crucible with the introduction of this new tide mechanic, the Unfathomable has the greatest control, allowing players to gain the maximum potential for their tide effects while denying their opponent their own. Finally, the Keyforge algorithm continues to be pushed further than ever with the introduction of evil twin decks, dark reflections of other decks that exist out in the world that you might rarely find when opening a new Dark Tidings Archon deck.
Next buzzword,
an evil
AI.
twin deck has a special card back and a name that is based on the appearance and name of an already existing deck. For example, if somebody finds in the world a deck named Televig the Renegade, someone else might be lucky enough to find a deck named Televig the Renegade's Evil Twin. An Evil Twins deck list composition is identical to its normal Twins deck list, except many of the cards are replaced with altered Evil Twin versions of the normal cards, as like you can see here with Taniwa, each with unique and ramped up versions of the the normal cards effect. But these also typically hurt the player using them, making them a really fun challenge to play. So, like Mass Mutation, the Dark Tidings set is going to release with a 2-player starter set, a deluxe deck, and a standard Archon deck, and they're all going to be releasing in February of 2021. Now let's talk about Arkham Horror. One of my personal favorite settings. With Arkham Horror, we have created a connected universe a universe that we expand and push forward through many different games. Our different development teams here at FFG work together to create a unified universe, with each game thrusting investigators at nigh unstoppable eldritch threats at differing scales, but all coming together to form a single unified world. This is especially evident with our plans this year. This fall, the Arkham Horror line is going to Innsmouth. Innsmouth is an important part of the Arkham Horror world here at FFG. It's a cold, damp, rotting harbor town where dark secrets are shuttered behind closed doors and hidden in the mist. Innsmouth offers us an opportunity to tell a very different kind of story than in Arkham itself, one of mutations and dark shapes rising from the sea and an entire town corrupted by the dark influences of Dagon.
Is the dice game any good?
We've previously announced the Underdark Waves expansion for Arkham Horror the board game, and the Innsmouth Conspiracy expansion for Arkham Horror the card game. And today, we're proud to reveal the 6 Mythos packs that complete the Innsmouth Conspiracy cycle for Arkham Horror the card game. So it begins, the Innsmouth Conspiracy really begins in its deluxe expansion, but then it's going to move forward with these 6 Mythos packs. In Too Deep, Devil's Reef, Horror in High Gear, A Light in the Fog, Lair of Dagon, and Into the Maelstrom. Across these 6 scenarios, a tangled narrative unfolds, pitting the investigators against unseen cultists.
To be honest, I'm getting really confused with all the content FFG is pushing out for Arkham Horror.
We'll have to search through their memories.
And they're gone again. Oh, bloody hell. Oh, we're never going to finish this, are we? Taffy, you're saying you're enjoying the dice game. Is that something you play with somebody else, or are you able to play that in a solo way of sorts? Ah, this is lovely. Does it work playing solo, or is that a crutch of sorts? Don't you love it when technology works? I really don't want to be in the shoes of the one who's in charge of the technical aspects of the stream right now. I think there's going to be some punishment due.
All right, last attempt. We are going to continue to try this one more time. If we run into the issue we've been having again, then we will find a different way to get this information out to you very, very soon. So, picking up where we left off, or at least where I think we left off. So we were talking about the Innsmouth Conspiracy cycle.
Oh, God. Oh, it's like they never streamed before. Well, sometimes it's your ISP and you can't do shit about it. Well, this stinks. I'm guessing they will now cease to try to stream and would instead just record and then put it on YouTube or something. Would be the easiest way to circumvent any more problems currently. Oh, this is great. So, I'm happy that at least the thing I really wanted to look at was shown. This is just lovely. Maybe the stream is allergic to any kind of games non-Star Wars related. After all, I've gone out of my way and made this gloriful cockpit view, as you can maybe see, only to have something in the background. Well, this is really fun, is it? I don't think really they will be able to get it out again. If I were to guess, they are having trouble with their ISP that smells like cutouts. Yeah, this is totally fine. This is just hilarious. So, what do you think, Tuffy? Is it worth staying around? The end of someone's career? Maybe. Possibly if he is really to blame. Possibly not if it's external things like really your ISP has just gone berserk, or some mad lad has taken an axe to some cables. You never know what there is happening. Yes, so Tuffy just asked me about our first Call of Cthulhu session. I liked it. It's been a hell of a time since I last played any RPG, to be honest, at least with other human beings. So it's taking a bit of getting used to again with working people and taking on a role and not being myself. But then again, it's nice. I don't know why Jerry isn't trusting me with my ammunition. Couldn't tell you why, but I'm sure as hell going to get some. Yes. They are going to roll some heads, I think. But, Tavi, how was your impression of our session? Did we behave according to plan, or did we go off too far? Yeah. FFG just now officially said they're going to record the in-flight and upload it to YouTube. So, this stream is officially over. Let's jump over and see what Dr. Faust is doing.
I kind of forgot about it for years.
Oh, he's
Decades.
painting again.
You know, maybe it'll hurt every once in a while, and that's about it. But it came back in force, strange enough, a couple years ago when I bought a new car. And for some reason, the way, the shape, and the diameter of the steering wheel, my wrist was killing me. And I have no idea why. And it took me forever to figure it out, too. Because like, this can't be it. Why would just holding the steering wheel, you know, cause this injury to come back? And it wasn't until someone smashed into my rear end, and I was driving a rental car for a week, that the pain went away. So I was like, ah, it is the steering wheel.
Well.
So I had to get a stupid
So Taffy,
smushy
and
foam
anybody else who's still in the,
fake
maybe
leather
in the
thing
chat,
for my car.
I'm going to end the stream here and now. And then
so I can drive and not be in
I'm going
excruciating
to
pain.
write up a little bit of stuff I learned for Warren, and then I'm going to bed. I thank you for being here, and I will read you again in a few hours, because it's already tomorrow.
So kind of like with
Bye.
the other